Hey everyone, and welcome to Know Your Deets. Today, we're diving into a fascinating world of surprising facts that will tickle your brain and brighten your day. From intriguing scientific discoveries to quirky historical tidbits, we've got 30 incredible facts that are sure to entertain and enlighten you. Let's jump right in! 30 Incredible Facts to Make Your Day, Episode 5. When people drink to the point that they don't remember things, it isn't that they don't remember those things the next day, but that the excessive alcohol consumption actually interferes with the ability of the brain to form new long term memories. The two small holes found on the prongs of most North American electrical plugs are a safety feature. The holes make contact with small tension points inside the outlet to help hold the plug in place. Your fingers and toes wrinkling up in water isn't caused by a direct reaction between the water and your skin, but by an automatic nervous system reaction. People with nerve damage in their fingers and toes won't get wrinkly skin, no matter how long they spend in the tub. Henry Ford's production line innovations allowed Ford factories to crank out an astounding number of cars. Between 1927 and 1932, for example, Ford produced 4.8 million Model A cars, which were the successor to the Model T. Acetaminophen, a painkiller best known by the popular brand Tylenol, has a rather curious side effect. Not only does it dull the sensation of pain, but research indicates that it also dulls empathy towards others in pain. Young chimpanzees have been observed playing with sticks in a similar fashion to how human children play with dolls, implying that chimps are capable of imaginative play and thought. On January 12, 2017, the official nickname for people from the state of Indiana was changed at the federal level from Indianians to Hoosiers, marking the first time the officially recognized name for state citizens wasn't based on the name of the state. The first speeding ticket issued in the United States, handed to the offender in the paper form we're used to today, was issued to Harry Myers in 1904 for driving a blistering 12 miles per hour down West 3rd Street in Dayton, Ohio. Intelligent gerbils is a phrase coined by writer Robert J. Sawyer to describe how some extraterrestrial races are characterized in science fiction. Take a terrestrial animal, then make it bipedal, intelligent, but still largely based on the characteristics of the Earth animal it's modeled after, be that animal a lizard, insect, bird, or what have you, and you've got yourself an intelligent gerbil running around the galaxy. The 1928 animated short Steamboat Willie is regarded as the first appearance of Mickey Mouse. But the iconic mouse technically made his first appearance in a cartoon short called Playing Crazy earlier in the year. The short originally never made it beyond the screening phase, however, as not only did audiences not care for it, but Walt Disney failed to secure a distributor. After Steamboat Willie became such a success, Playing Crazy was officially released. The phrases on Broadway and off Broadway don't necessarily refer to the geographic location of a performance, but the capacity of the theater in which it is performed. The rarely used off Broadway refers to any Manhattan venue with less than 100 seats. Off Broadway venues seat 100 to 499 viewers. The definition for on Broadway, however, is more strict. In addition to having 500 seats or greater, they must be located in the theater district around Times Square in Midtown Manhattan and in venues certified by the Broadway League, the trade association for the Broadway industry. People suffering from the sleep disorder exploding head syndrome, also known as episodic cranial sensory shock, experience an unusual type of auditory hallucination as they fall asleep, wake up, or both. The hallucination takes the form of hearing loud imagined noises, such as a bomb exploding, a gunshot, or a cymbal crash. There is currently no identified cause, nor has an effective treatment been identified through clinical trials. The first pilot for Star Trek, the original series entitled The Cage, was completed in 1965, and although segments of the pilot's footage were later incorporated into the first season two-parter The Menagerie, it was not broadcast on television in its complete form until late 1988. Ah yes, The Menagerie, where the cast of Star Trek sit down together and watch Star Trek. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter, a collection of Harry Potter themed rides and attractions, ended up in the Universal Studios theme park system largely because Disney felt that Rowling's creative influence and the terms established by Warner Brothers were too stringent. The molars of African elephants weigh approximately 4 kilograms each. In December 2014, two conmen from Granada, Spain, agreed to sell a fake Francisco de Goya painting for €4 million. But, unbeknownst to them, the purchaser was a conman himself, and the down payment of €1.5 million they received from him were counterfeit bills. A light year, the distance light travels in one Earth year, is 9,461 trillion kilometers. To put that into perspective, that's roughly 12 million round trips between the Earth and the Moon. Kinder Surprise eggs, a hollow chocolate candy with a toy hidden inside, are banned from import into the United States because FDA regulations ban the inclusion of non-nutritive objects in a confectionery product unless the non-nutritive objects have functional value. There are an estimated 3 million shipwrecks around the world, some dating back to thousands of years ago. There are 1,350 potentially active volcanoes around the world, not counting underwater volcanic activity, 500 of which have erupted in recorded history. Many active volcanoes are located along the Pacific Rim, also known as the Pacific Ring of Fire, and an estimated 500 million people live near active volcanoes. Graphite and diamond, despite their radically different appearance and hardness, are both pure carbon. The atoms of carbon are simply arranged in different patterns in the two substances. Despite the popular misconception that zillions is an actual number, often placed in order after trillions, it simply refers to a very large number of indeterminate size. Before the advent of the elevator, the highest floors of buildings were typically occupied by the poorer tenants. Since it was undesirable to climb so many flights of stairs, rent was cheaper the higher you went in the building. Quite a contrast to today, where the highest floors command the highest premiums. Easter Island, famous for its massive monumental statues called moai, is a special territory of Chile. At the end of the song Sweet Child of Mine, found on Guns N' Roses' debut album Appetite for Destruction, 1987, when Axl Rose sang Where Do We Go Now, he was literally asking, where do we go with this breakdown to end the song? The improvisation sounded so good, however, that it became part of the song. In cultures around the world, nodding your head up and down to indicate yes, and shaking your head side to side to indicate no, is nearly universal, except in some southeastern European areas such as Greece and Cyprus, where they indicate the opposite. Chickens might run around for a moment after their head is cut off, but snakes have a bit more of a serious reaction to decapitation. There are cases of snakeheads still biting people up to an hour after removal from the body. There is no key to the front door of 10 Downing Street, the official residence of the British Prime Minister. The door is attended 24 hours a day by a guard who is responsible for opening the door and keeping it locked from the inside. Deep beneath the ice sheets of Antarctica, there is a mountain range similar in size to the European Alps. Called the Compartov Mountains, they have only been seen by humans thanks to the use of radar scanning and other deep-reaching topographical technologies. They say in space, no one can hear your scream. It's true. Sound travels via the vibration of atoms, such as the atoms that make up the air around us or the oceans of the Earth. And the near vacuum of space means the sound of a scream wouldn't make it further than the edge of your space helmet. And there you have it, 30 incredible facts that make your day a little brighter. Which fact surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to Know Your Deets for more fascinating content, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, stay curious, and you have a great day.